redefining broadcasting. Listen.
Elegbete TV Radio. We dare to lead.
You're listening to Elegbete TV and Radio.
All right, good morning and welcome to the edition. This is a lovely, beautiful Wednesday morning edition of the Sports Buffet. My name is Idafe Matthew Esegona. You love to call me the Elegbete on Sports. How are you? How was your night? How is everything with you at your end? As your business, your work, your family, everything that you do. Yes, we want to talk about sports, but at the same time, I think we should be able to check up on each other and see how we're doing. Okay, so for us all, guard your health. So I'm talking this thing in the last 2 years plus. I've dealt with health issues. It could make you beg people who you have no business begging if you're not lucky. And I've also seen, when you go to the hospital a lot, you see what people go through. The stress. I don't know if nurses are trained to be both caring and evil just at the same time. Two sides of the same coin. I don't know, but sometimes you just see them. They don't do it to me, but I see how they do it to other people, and you kind of like wonder why that is. But hey, it is what it is. So take care of your health, okay? Worry less, sleep well, take a lot of fluid. I mean, I know that it's not easy. When you're in survival mode, all of these health advices are just useless because you just want to survive. And sometimes it means staying awake for long. I mean, me that is advising people to sleep well. I don't sleep well myself. So I'm not one of those who would tell you something and not tell you that I'm also guilty of it. Eat right is luxury. When we talk about eating right, it is luxury. Eat a lot of fruit, a lot of veggies. Yeah, that's the norm. That's the right way. But unfortunately, life has not given us too much choices to be able to do that. But you see, in between, all those aboki that sell watermelon, all those things, just get to buy some. Sometimes just add it to your list of things that you take, and just once in a while to help flush the system, how the body works, so that you don't go and have to need to be in the hospital and be begging for help. It's crazy, my people. It's crazy. But hey, let's push on the show. I pop up this question on the header. What's going to be the shocking transfer that can happen this last few days? It's 10 days to the end of the transfer window now, if I'm not mistaken. What's going to be that move that would happen? And you'll be like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. And every single day that passes by is looking like the ship that is meant to move Osimhen from Napoli to whatever destination is drifting out of harbor. It's drifting out of the harbor, the betting place, and it has lifted its anchor. It's drifting, it's pulling away and disconnecting from. Yes, ma'am. No, leave it. Don't worry. Sorry, that's but somebody taking care of me, right? And yes, okay, the ship that is meant to move him out of Napoli to either Paris for Paris Saint-Germain, Parc des Princes, or the bridge, Stamford Bridge for Chelsea, seems like it's drifting into the sea and leaving harbor. So the disconnecting from the ram. Okay, so those of you who understand boats, who use boats, you understand what I'm saying. Disconnecting from the ram and going, not ram suya, not be me. So I talk about the ram, like the walkway, the gangway that leads to entrance of the boat. Okay, somewhere along the line, now it could be caught between the devil and the Deep Blue Sea. The Deep Blue Sea being Napoli fans, Aurelio De Laurentiis, the devil, Antonio Conte. And Chelsea and Napoli are making a different arrangement. Like, you know what? We're not going to tie the Lukaku deal to the Osimhen deal anymore. I mean, it's suicidal for Napoli as well. Why would they even leave Osimhen? It's crazy. But the whole thing is not just on Napoli. Yes, as much as we want Napoli to lower their asking price, Osimhen is not willing to drop a dime off his salary. That's one part. Two, is also not willing to go on loan. Now, hold on. A lot of people know that they name the stadium, the Napoli Stadium, what's it called? What was that stadium called before? Politania Stadium, also Maradona Stadium. What a lot of people don't know was that the great Armando Maradona was banned from entering the city of Napoli. You know how they say, people go say, Enye Guara or Amre Guara. We see to have sense. We hear to have sense. Okay. From other people's experience, you can tell what can be done to you. Napoli seemed to be that city that loves you and hates you in the same breath. It happened to Gonzalo Higuain. It happened to the Uruguayan. What's his name again? I've forgotten his name. I keep forgetting his name anyway. That went to Paris Saint-Germain eventually. This could be the lot. I'm just playing the cards here. I'm an analyst, and let me be clear so that somebody will watch it later. Oh, this guy is beefing. No, I'm not beefing Osimhen. I'm just playing the cards and saying these are all of the options that can happen. Edison Cavani, thank you very much, Tosin. These are all of the things that can happen if Osimhen doesn't, act and say, you know what, I could sign a contract and put a clause. Okay, I'm going to take a pay cut, maybe from 250 to 200, and say, you know what, if I score XYZ number of goals in my first season, we'll review the contract. Those are some conditions you can put. You have a good agent. That's why I say Roberto Calenda is an errand boy. He's not an agent. The level of Osimhen have grown to a place where, in my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, Osimhen should be having agents in the class and mode of the late Mino Raiola, George Mendes, people in that class, not a non-starter. You are African Footballer of the Year. You've won the league in Italy. You've be a top goal scorer in the Italian Serie A. You should have a top class agent, not some Lilliputans who, you look at our players, almost all their agents are just nobody. You should have somebody who can walk into the club, negotiating table and make good demand, and people like, okay, yes, we understand. Not somebody who comes in. Let me give you a good example. George Mendes was involved in Feli's deal, and I'll tell you for free that George Mendes is partly responsible for why Omorodion didn't go through. Nobody said that. It's not on any newspaper. I agree that there is greed on the side of Omorodion's agent, but that's something that could have been sorted out. But I guess George Mendes have called the Chelsea people and said, look, I'm bringing you a better player, a player that knows your team. This guy is a young player. He's an upcoming kid. Yeah, you might give him a 10 years contract, but right now your team needs somebody who's established in the act of scoring goals, and I think this guy is better. So kill that day. You will still be able to move Conor Gallagher to Atletico Madrid, but let's switch the deal. Let's swap it and change it. This Omorodion might be for the future, but right now, not now. And Chelsea just had to full drag and so the terms are not good, blah 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 blah. This is a player that you already said that you've spoken to his people, you agree personal terms. So what changed? And then Felix came to Chelsea, and Conor Gallagher flown to Atletico de Madrid. I think that if Osimhen have a good agent, a power broker, he could walk in and say, you know what, this is the reason, especially after that first game against Man City, and say, look, this is the reason why you need Osimhen. Okay, this is the deal. We change the deal. This is what we will do. We'll let this happen. We'll move a few blocks. Because I don't think that you go into a negotiation table in any type of negotiation as a rigid block. Say, oh, it is this or not. You're not America. You're not. You're not Vladimir Putin. Even those people, even America, Vladimir Putin, in negotiation table, there's still a little bit of wiggle room. There's still a little bit of flexibility. You can't set the rule. You can't preset all of the rules before engagement and say, oh, you cannot take a pay cut. Okay, we agree. You will not go on loan in this window where almost many of the deals are going to loan and then obligation to buy. So all of those things are some things that Victor Osimhen must consider, because now we're hearing that Chelsea are considering another striker, and it's still not Victor Osimhen. So if you have a Felix, you have another striker, and where would Osimhen fit in? And let's be very honest. If he doesn't go to Chelsea and he doesn't go to Paris Saint-Germain, where else would he go to? Definitely not Arsenal. Definitely also not Man United. So not Liverpool at all. Saudi Arabia, maybe. Is that where he wants to go? It's not played at the World Cup. It's not really had an AFCON that is good. We might miss out in the next World Cup. We might come back, do our wuru, but it's not going to be clear. Like I said, when the draw was made, this is going to be the one where we might not even qualify. And that's exactly where we stand. I still think that one way or the other, South Africa have a very poor average team, but what's it called? Patrice Motsepe is a South African. He will want to sit at that World Cup in the US, Canada, and Mexico, sitting up there in the VIP stand, and his countrymen are playing yellow and gold jerseys, running yellow, gold, and green jerseys, running on the field. People might say that you like conspiracy theory, but the thing is, I've always been right. So if you think I like conspiracy theory, that's your opinion. The truth is, oftentimes, 9 times out of 10, I've been right. Maybe once I lose it, I fail it. But even when I fail it, like last season when I said Man City was not going to win the title, I get very, very close to being accurate with my prediction. So look at it from all of those angles. So if he misses out in the next World Cup, I'm not saying that everybody must be a football legend, but his legacy would just be the guy who scored quite a lot of goals in the qualifiers. And that's just what it will be described as. That it never really lit up any tournament. It never really, won any major thing with the Nigerian national team apart from the under-17. That's how everybody's going to say it. And, okay, won a title with Napoli, so what? Because let me tell you how things move very fast. Generations are going to come at that who does not know Michael Jackson, and they will tell you that Portable is one of the biggest musicians in the world. And you're going to argue your fact against their own reality. Your historic fact against their reality. Just the same way somebody sat in a studio and said Kobe Minu is on the same wavelength and the same breath with Zinedine Zidane. It is their fact. Your whole history of fact against the reality of today. And there are people who will jump up and say it. I was watching one video by 54 Football X, and they show a young man in Surulere. The picture of Dosu Joseph, he does not know him. The picture of Okosha, he doesn't know him. The picture of Wilson Oruma, he doesn't know him. Young man. I'm just giving you that. So this is how history changes stories, and storylines will change. And one day, one person will come and tell you that the greatest midfielder to ever play for Nigeria is Alex Iwobi. I'm just giving you that as an added taste to the talk. Well, so for this transfer window, 10 days or 9 days to go in England, which move will shock you? There is 100 million 3 years contract on the table for Ivan Toney. Should he take it? It is tax free. If he stays fit, play for 3 years, it's going to earn 100 million pounds. All his career is not enough to up to 50 million pounds. Okay, combined. So now he's going to earn 100 million pounds in 3 seasons. Should he move? Raheem Sterling, I've been told in clear terms, because he was asking for clarity, and they've given him clarity. They've given him it's ostensibly clear now. The blind can see, the deaf can hear, and the handicap can touch it, that you are being declared persona non grata. You are not wanted. Please, guys, click on the like buttons. Come on. I want to just go on the flow without having to remind people to click on the like buttons. But you have 42 people viewing and you have 13 likes. Sometimes it's just strange. I know that people forget. It's not like you guys are just, I don't want to believe that you guys are wicked people. You guys don't want us to grow and all that. But hey, also engage by being on the comment section. So that's how I start off the show this morning. Let's go to Timothy the Inbox Corner and see what news is packaged for us from different sides of the world of sports. Let's start with this one coming from the kitchen of Tottenham Hotspur, former Leicester City and current Tottenham Hotspur midfielder. Tottenham Hotspur James Maddison has admitted that missing the Euros has fueled his desire to succeed this season. Speaking to Sky Sports, Maddison shared his disappointment about being left out of the European Championship squad, but emphasized how this setback has only increased his determination to perform. And you're playing for Spurs, perform well and make a significant impact in the new season, stating that he is hungry to do well. You can be hungry individually, but that club will drag you down. Haven't you heard the story that if you sit next to 5 stupid people, you are the 6th person? Don't worry now. What would you see for Spurs?
Yeah, of course. Setbacks are always setbacks with setups for like comebacks. You know, I've seen that quote before. It's how you deal with adversity. My network around me, my parents, my partner, my agent, the manager, and the cricket, they wouldn't let me dwell on that. You know, I came back with a hunger, and I knew I'd be ready by game week 1 to have a good season. And I want to show the gaffer, my teammates, the Tottenham fans, I can be back consistently to my best. I struggled to find the consistency of that in the second half of last season post-injury. But setbacks are always... It's always about how you deal with setbacks, you know, and I was devastated to miss out on the Euros. But like I said, my network around me, my dad especially, he'd never let me dwell on that and let that define me. So I'm hungry for the season.
Hello, everybody. What's up, people? My name is Timmy Dakolo, and you're listening to Elegbete TV Radio. Stay tuned.
All right, so we keep it going, and it's hot. It's coming out from him himself. This is him bearing his mind and saying, look, I was devastated for not making it. I thought that he should have made that squad anyway. I would have picked him ahead of Iberi Cheze. I would have picked him ahead of Kobe Mino. Yeah, Kobe Mino had a fantastic end of season, but the season didn't start at the end. It started in August, and I think I would have picked up Madison because at the end of the day, you need that experience more than the youthfulness. I mean, I didn't say it. I'm not saying that Kobe Mino did bad, but I mean, look at the England team. They also went very fast, so you can't even blame the coach anymore. Well, let's go to Rodri. People have been saying that, Man City are not prepared to win the title this season. Well, one injured player that was on my FPL team, I made a mistake. I'm not good with this FPL, so there are so many things I still don't know. So I'm learning. Yesterday, I got a real document on how to play the FPL, on what kind of player to sign. I think that on the views from the stand, we'll be bringing some experts. If you know you're very good with, don't come and talk rubbish for us. If you know you're very good, you see that show, it took me 2 years of thinking about it before agreeing to do it. One thing that we will not put there is unnecessary banter. So, Pep Guardiola is a fraud. This player is we're not going to have that on my show, on my watch. Not be if you know where they go watch, they go get those kind of analysis. It's one of those shows where I will sit back and I say, if not only 2 people watch them, those 2 people get 100% value, premium value for it. It's a VIP show. So if you know that you are very good with FPL, your phone camera is good, or your laptop camera is good, your lighting is good, there is no noise in your place, and you want to teach people like me on the show how to pick up your FPL players, your team, and who should be signed on and all that, reach out to me. I would first of all test you, because everybody that's come on that show, I've tested them first, personally, private. Let's have a conversation. Let me know that you sabi talk and you know what they talk. Put you on my platform and then you're going to talk upside down. No way. The people that are spending their time and their data to watch that show should get premium value for what so that they can say, I know when I want to go watch banter, when I just want to laugh, when I just want to see people mocking Chelsea or mocking Man U or mocking Liverpool or Arsenal, but I also know where I need to go, where people are going to give me current factual analysis and update in the Italian league, in the German Bundesliga, in the English league. I'm still working on the somebody in France and somebody in Spain. I need to get the right people. Okay, it's not just anybody. I need to get the right people to come in so that we can stay there and say, you know what, okay, this to give us update from Spain, and the update will check. Not I think, say, I assume. No. That shouldn't be it. I'm old enough to say to myself that anything that comes off my stables is top quality. Having said that, please click on the like buttons. Meko for no fight. Rodri, Manchester City's midfielder and Spanish Euro winner. Rodri, fresh off winning the Euro 2024 with Spain, said the team is eager to push for more success. This one hard though. Speaking at the PFA Award to Sky Sports, Rodri highlighted the squad's hunger to go again, acknowledging the competition from Arsenal, Liverpool, but stressing that City will stay focused on their own game. Play your own, make I play my own. That's what Rodri is saying. He said, but anybody will say, after 4 straight, we don't tire. Who say we tire and I rest with the rest? Okay, you don't know that one. You didn't grow up in my neck of the hood. You didn't play the kind of football that I will play in the street. You didn't play football. Okay, so you're not going to understand.
the main character of this team, the hunger and the character to win every year and go again. And you never know. Of course, Arsenal have shown that they rise the level until the limit, until we have to push ourselves. Before it was Liverpool, now it seems to be Arsenal. We never know. It seems like these two teams are going to fight again, but we don't want to focus on them. I want to focus on ourselves and trying to be even better than the last season.
And that's all, folks. It's Elegbetter TV Radio. Follow us on social media at Elegbetter TV Radio.
I like the fact that there's a part he said we don't want to focus on them. They will push us. First it was Liverpool, now it's Arsenal. The two of them are coming back again together, as a force. But for as long as we do our work and we do it well, what they're saying is not my business. It's what I try to tell my Christian folks, my church folks. You guys are fighting too much about the devil when you should be focusing on who God really is, because that's how you win. Too much of thinking of your enemies make you to be ungrateful for the people who are on your side. That's just the truth. Well, let's move on from Man City player, one Spanish player, to another Spanish player, but playing for another team in the Premier League. Yes, David Raya named in the PFA team of the season as goalkeeper. Last night highlighted the importance of Arsenal striving for perfection this season. Speaking to Sky Sports, he emphasized that the team must improve in all areas and remain focused, as threats can come from any side, not just Manchester City. According to Raya, aiming for perfection is crucial if Arsenal wants to succeed. That word perfection seems to be like a recurring decimal now since the preseason. Once the coach said it, everybody in the team is beginning to use it. I hope it turns out well. Well, before we go to Jamaica, let's first of all talk to the Arsenal goalkeeper.
To improve on every single aspect if you want to be the best team in the league. So we have to try and be as perfect as possible and improve in every single aspect of the Premier League is competitive, the whole 20 teams, and anybody can win the league. So we have to be focused on ourselves. That's the main thing, and focus on the present, not too much in the future. Go training by training and game by game, and we will see what we are at the end of the season.
My name is Frank Idemudia Alapa. That's my name. Talking sports is my game, and I am the greatest. I love listening to Elegbetter TV Radio. For undiluted, unadulterated, it's probably replicated, but still not yet duplicated. It's sports only on Elegbetter TV Radio. I seriously love listening to it.
Yeah, so as the TikTok comes soon, now so we really be. We'll try our best to give you the very, very best of sports and story, news, updates, transfer gist, analysis. Well, whatever you think, whatever question you have, whether you agree or disagree, politely anyway, not disagreeing and insulting people. With anybody there, put your comment in the comment section. I'm coming for it. Like I always say, the first 30 minutes is for me. The second 30 minutes is for you guys. Let's move away from that. Let's not smoke ganja, but let's go to the land of Buju Banton, the land of Bob Marley. There's an Englishman in New York, but then there is also an Englishman in Kingston. Yes, the land of Eric Donaldson, the land of Bonnie Spear, the land of Shaggy, Mr. Bombastic Lover, and then the land of Sean Paul, Patra, and a host of others. Former England manager and Manchester United assistant coach who was appointed as the head coach of the Reggae Boys Jamaican national team on July 31st has expressed his enthusiasm for his new role. In an interview with the national team's media, he shared his excitement about the upcoming match against Cuba on September 6th, noting that he is prepared and eager to get started. Jamaica have announced their coach since Nigeria does not have a coach yet. We play a day after that. We play on the 7th. The coach of Benin Republic is all set and ready. Are we set already? I don't know. But let's listen to this man. I don't know, after 1 year, maybe by this time next year, he will be using patois or still be speaking English. When people go to England, they get English accent. When you go to Jamaica, are you supposed to get Jamaican accent? Or are you supposed to be speaking in patois? I don't know anyway. Let's hear from Steve McLaren.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. The mountains, football pitch. You couldn't be any better place to be. So I'm excited. I was excited from day one when I spoke with the technical committee. Excited after yesterday. But the biggest thing is just to get started. Really, just to get started. Phone a few players, watch a few games, and get ready for Cuba. September the 6th.
So me tell you about the Legbete TV, radio, entertainment, news and sports. Make me tell you about the Legbete TV, radio. Yes, I'm calling me Dieka Obi, and you're listening to a Legbete TV radio. Don't touch that dial. You touch it, I'd make it bath.
Yeah, you saw what I did, right? You saw what I did there. Okay, yeah. Some of you don't get it, but some of you will. Don't worry. Yes, let's go to someone who's talking about Dennis Beckham. Yes, my second all-time best Premier League player after Eric Cantona. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan. I should be talking about only Arsenal player, but Eric Cantona, gave me the vibe. Just give me the light. Yes, give me that delight that you needed. Manchester United have even signed the leads now, so you should be singing that song at Manchester. Anyway, but Robert Pires, another of my favorite Arsenal player. I call him the driver because this guy drives, especially against Spurs. Never lost against Spurs, always starting against Spurs. As a matter of fact, Spurs was the team he scored the most goals against, just like Thierry Henry. Well, Robert Pires, a prominent name in Arsenal's history, has spoken highly of his former teammate Dennis the Menace Beckham, referring to him as both a genius and a maestro. On the OB1 podcast, Pires expressed deep admiration for Beckham, praising his unparalleled skill and footballing intelligence. He highlighted how Beckham's remarkable vision, creativity, and technical prowess made him an extraordinary player. Pires emphasized that Beckham's ability to elevate the game with his artistry not only set him apart, but also left an enduring legacy at Arsenal. I agree with you. You can't even say enough about him. Dennis the Menace, I watched him play for Ajax, I watched him play for Inter Milan, I also watched him play for Arsenal, and I watched him play for the Dutch national team. Oh, Lord have mercy. Ooh la la. That's Dennis Beckham is the kind of player that make a French comment and say, ooh la la. And no. The kind of play that make you hear Ankara Messi. You know, once you hear Ankara Messi, the ball is in the net too. I don't want to know how you talk. Once the commentator say Ankara Messi. Arab people, you don't shout. Arab commentators shout, yalla. But the internet, don't worry yourself. It's not defender. Nothing. You're not defending anything. That ball is in the net.
He's a genius. Genius. For me, was like a maestro. For me, I repeat again, when I talk about technique, this guy, he was one of the best I used to play. Yeah, and for me, midfielder, it was a privilege to play with him. Thierry Henry is the other category, other planet, because, he was very, very good. But different, not like Dennis Beckham. Dennis Beckham with the ball, to create something, to score the great goals like against Newcastle. He's the best.
Elegbete TV Radio. We dare to lead.
Okay, your questions, send them in. I'm ready for you in a jiffy. But let's look at some of the transfer speculations and rumors that are out there in the beautiful world of football. And then I'll come back and deal with your questions, your contributions, whatever you ask. Somebody asked me one question that is outside of football. I'm going to try and deal with it after now. Chelsea may make a late approach to sign Manchester United and England forward Jadon Sancho. It's 24 years of age. That would surprise me. You have Raheem Sterling. You want Jadon Sancho. I don't know. Maybe the only thing is the age difference. These two guys are troublesome at times. They play well when they want to play well, but also they have their own demons and their baggages. You really want to deal with that? Okay, no problem. Let's keep it going. Liverpool have submitted an improved £34 million offer for Valencia and Georgia goalkeeper Georgi Mamadashvili, who is 23 years of age, according to Relevo in the Spanish media. Paris Saint-Germain have offered Manchester United the chance to sign Uruguayan midfielder Manuel Ugarte, 23, on a season-long loan with an obligation to buy. But Manchester United, I don't know if this will be good. In my own opinion, this is a good offer. This is exactly what Man United should be looking for, so that they can beat financial fair play or PSRO issues. I know that even if Manchester United fall victim, they will still bend the rules for them. Is it not Man U? Man U that will bend. Man U is a criminal club now. They will always bend rules for them, so that will not be problem safe. Well, aside that one, Manchester City, they say never go back to your vomit. But sometimes in life, there is always an exception to the rule. Rules are meant for man, right? But man made the rules. So man made rules means that man can rescind the rules, bend the rules, whether they are written or unwritten. After all, rest of the world have written constitution. England have unwritten constitution. Isn't that what we're taught in government when we're growing up in secondary school and all that? Well, when we're doing social studies and then it transformed into government where we start choosing subjects. But I mean, I just like sticking into every class. I think it has helped me now as an adult anyway, because I can have a conversation on almost every topic, and then plus all the books that are available. Talking about books, you know about those people that won this book that time, yeah? This book 1,000 times on the same road. I even went to go and buy more. I remember also people were like, hey, if you write a book. You know, say if now money or JC, those people win, if you don't come here, can't collect them more. But because in a book, they're not interested. That's the way of the black man. It's not an insult, it's not racism. I'm a black person too, but that's the way of the black man. Reading they day our blood. No. Now porn magazine at the share before now. The traffic to this place, it go kill you. But hey, it's our way anyway. I'm just putting it out there as a reminder. But talking about not going back to your vomit, well, it's different. Man City vomited Ike Gundogan, and then he went to Barcelona, and he found out, like, what's it called, Emmanuel Petit, that the grass is not always greener on the other side, okay? But he moved because of woman. After now, the woman dumped him, he now realized. He now came back, but Arsenal door was closed. He went to Chelsea, and the rest, as they say, is history. Now, it's a case of maybe Man City wanting him back, his experience, his long-term service, let him come and, play long enough so that he can get a testimonial. I don't know why, but Manchester City are front runners to re-sign former German midfielder Ike Gundogan from Barcelona, with the 33-year-old prioritizing a return to Premier League instead of going to Saudi Arabia. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola is keen for Gundogan to return to the club because there is something about him and clutch time. That Fergie time, that 9 minutes, making it happen. Now this guy needs to get a statue at the club or a mural like they did for Yaya Toure, something, so he has to be a club legend. Barcelona are willing to resign Manchester City and Portugal fullback João Cancelo 30 because of his 12 million wage demand. Okay, they are unwilling to sign him. No. The money you're asking for is too much. That's a little fraction. 1 million over what Osimhen is also asking for. Osimhen's salary is 11 million. Okay, just in case, for context sake, so that you understand. Manchester United have agreed a deal worth about 5 million for Uruguay winger Facundo Pallistri, 22, to join Greek club Panathinaikos. Okay, Burnley are interested in signing Manchester United and Tunisian midfielder Hannibal Mashbury. This boy is a play ball, but that spirit, that Gen Z spirit that is affecting Guendouzi is also affecting him. The both of them have the same behavior, and to play in a big club, you have to share those demons, you have to ostracize those spirits, because those parts are the things. These are the issues of life. Those are the things that really destroy people. So if you do not put yourself in the right place, you just end up losing the opportunity to play at the big club. To play at the big club is not easy, but we all know that Hannibal Mashbury is a good player, but unfortunately his attitude stinks. Wolves and Brentford are keen on Burnley's Dara O'Shea, who is 25 years of age, but must pay 50 million to sign the Republic of Ireland defender. Fulham have agreed a 30 million pounds fee with Crystal Palace for 28-year-old Denmark defender Joachim Andersen. Does this mean that Maguire will not leave? Because Joachim Andersen is the defender that pairs with Maguire in centre back. Crystal Palace cannot afford to lose two of their centre back in the same window, and the window is almost closing. So how do they replace them? Nottingham Forest are set to sign 31-year-old Spanish defender Alex Moreno from Aston Villa on loan with the option to buy. Marseille, Olympique de Marseille in France, are interested in signing Norwich City's 21-year-old England under 21 winger Jonathan Rowe. Well, let's hope that they get it done. Arsenal is in this conversation as well. Arsenal are holding out for more than 30 million for England striker Eddie Nketiah, 25, after rejecting £25 million bid from Nottingham Forest. Bayer Leverkusen have made contact with Liverpool about a potential deal for Sepp van der Berg, with the Reds set to demand £25 million for the Dutch defender. Brentford hope to scupper Xabi Alonso's effort to sign Van der Berg from former club Liverpool. Okay, let's see how that goes. Manchester United are set to sell Scotland midfielder Scott McTominay, 27, to Napoli in order to comply with financial fair play (FFP) regulation. Barcelona want to sign AC Milan, and Portugal forward Rafael Leao wants to sign AC Milan and Portugal Rafael Leao before this summer transfer window deadline. So they're not getting what's his name now? The guy that went to the Euros. Nico Williams. They can go and get Rafael Leao. My problem with Leao is that sometimes he drifts. He forgets that he's part of the game and he's supposed to be key important. Well, they don't make wide players like Ian Robben and Frank Ribery anymore. I agree, like Marco Vermas, like Ryan Giggs, Mark Hughes, Andrea Kanchelskis, Edogun Johnson, and the rest of them. I agree. But sometimes you got to stay in the game. You got to stay focused. Rafael Leao sometimes does not stay focused. That's my problem. It's a photographer, you employ a photographer to snap a picture in your wedding, and he's snapping the cloud. It's not focused, okay? And he say he wants to upload it to the cloud. That's why he's snapping the cloud, okay? Let's go. Aston Villa 20-year-old English winger Samuel Link Jr. is exploring potential loan option before the transfer window deadline closes. Explore this thing since, not be now. This time is getting late. Some people score on food, they don't do preseason. You might go on loan, they will still not get chance for you to play. If you want to move, declare your intention to move pretty early, okay? So that everybody know where we stand on this one. Brazilian forward Hendrik 18 will ask to leave Real Madrid on loan in January if he does not get sufficient minutes on the pitch in the early part of the season. That's Brazilians. That's my guys. I love them. Our own, they go wear seatbelt for bench. Like people who want, we wear parachute, we want to do skydiving. They're comfortable. Manchester United are not giving up hope of signing 22-year-old England centre-back Gerard Braithwaite from Everton, but accept it is unlikely to happen in this window. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has shelved plans to let Brazilian midfielder Casemiro leave. Oh God, Bobby Ray will not be happy with this one after being impressed by the 32-year-old preseason and start of the new campaign. Chelsea are preparing for a clear out, which could land them a £200 million transfer windfall, with 8 players set to leave. Who go buy them? 8 players. Who go buy them? 25. Just put each one 25 million. 8 of them 200 million. Who go buy them? No, you never talk of who go buy them. And I just to talk on those one. Talk about buy them. Yes, Kamala Harris is now officially the Democratic Party's candidate for the presidential race. This is going to be like very interesting anyway. Okay, so let me come to you guys. What you guys have to say, what you guys thinking, what's going on in your head, neck of the wood, what's happening there, what do we do, what shall we do? My son will say, what shall I eat? What shall I eat? What shall we see today? Okay, so I'm clearing off something so that I can see my messages properly. Right, let's read your messages and see what you guys have been saying. Let's start with Lord Mayor and Henry Maru, who's battling who came first and who came last. Please click on the like buttons. If you've not subscribed to the channel. Help us to grow. It's not a bad thing. You can always brag. You should use us to brag. You can go to Honest Bunch and tell them that now you make me. I will allow you to take that honor, but just help us get more subscribers. That's enough, and give us more views. It's okay. Lord Mayor say, welcome to our family. Henry Amari say that feeling when you are the first, you now give yourself Olympic medal. Okay. Lord Mayor say, nah lie, I first you come. Henry Amari say, you met a like before you like, right? I beg, give me my flowers, yo. Okay, so that's what 2 grown-up Agbalagbas are arguing about. But if you like good roasted bully, barbecue fish or chicken or turkey, Henry Murray is your guy. The grill on Instagram. search for him, and then you can order. And they're affordable. They deliver anywhere in this Lagos Metro place. So, Henry Maros, okay, no. Hamzat Abiola Abdullah says, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Lord Mayor says, Osimhen will surely leave Napoli. This transfer, keeping unhappy player is deadly. Tosili Made was, okay, Cavani, everybody's talking about Cavani. Lord Mayor said, boss, so you are absolutely correct. Another angle while the transfer is like this. Okay, Adewala Oluwaseun for me say, what's nuclear for the body to see Osimhen or no Osimhen, Lukaku coming to Napoli? That one is short, man. One of the right the things where person go feel read now. I almost think that we're in a nuclear war. Like I just say Vladimir Putin don't push the nuclear button, or America don't push them more. Lord Mayor, I say I beg Posco supposed be jailed for that comment. Zacchaeus, okay, I hardly see people that answer this name. Zacchaeus Salau, okay, he said, seeing Ike Gundogan move from back to Man City, that would surprise him. That is the one that would surprise him, because I asked the question, what's going to be like the biggest surprise move in this window if it happens? Like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. What's going to be the big surprise move? That's the question that I was asking. Adebola Oluwaseun for me say, Baba, agree with you 100% on this Victor Osimhen and his agent. You are very right. That's why I love you. Thank you very much. Amsal Abiola Abdullah say you are very right on Victor Osimhen issue. Knife, yam, and where to cut it. The day Victor Osimhen hand, the ball is in his court. Okay, Demola Abiola Ibrahim says, in terms of shocking transfer, maybe Osimhen to Arsenal, that's not going to happen. Which I think will not happen, because this transfer window don't they shock me already. Nah, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I said it from the beginning of the season. Osimhen to Arsenal. There is no multiverse universe, doppelganger Arsenal Football Club where Osimhen wears an Arsenal jersey. It's not happening. It's not happening. There is none of the Spider-Man or Spider-Verse or multiverse or universe or any of the verse, even Bible verse, where Osimhen plays for Arsenal, and it's not happening. I'm very, like, that one is very, very clear in my head. Amzat Abiola Abdullah say, please, your honest opinion on Chelsea midfield player Palava. Who do you think is the best combo among the three? Which three? Who should sit for who? I beg your honest. You have to name all the three. And why can't the three play at the same time? You have to name them. Don't come and give me unnecessary work here. Demola Abiola Ibrahim said Dennis Beckham or David Beckham. Dennis Beckham. It would be David Beckham. David Beckham chief first. Who was a better for? Are you joking right now? Are you? Come on, chief, come on for here. Dennis Beckham 2 million times now. It shall be that one. So this is not me shitting on David Beckham, but David Beckham. I beg. We shouldn't even have that conversation. That's a disrespect. That's like the Kobe Mino and the Zidane talk. What's that? David Beckham. Come on over here. The European Footballer of the Year. Dennis the menace. Are you joking? Shift to no God bring this kind of comparison. Now we will let somebody carry. I get baseball bat to not let me use and find you. Come die Kurudu. Tosilima, they say I beg keep one of the Sunday list book for me. I can pick it up first week in September when I did Lagos. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm your bookshop. The one where you win. Are you winner? Are people will win? Are they talk about too? Jerry Sampson say that's how people also say Elvis Presley better than Michael Jackson. You know, say foolish people ain't talk that. Anybody who talk that in a foolish person. Even Elvis Presley not talk that. Elvis Presley and our children and everybody, a family member, nobody go talk that. Now only movie people talk all those kind of things. The kind of people who just saying Okocha night teach Ronaldinho how to play football. Shoni Kwakwayami says, good morning, sir. I am one of those that won the book. I will come pick it up next week. You don't tell where they talk this thing. When I return to Lagos, thank you once again. I never know the book where you win it. If you come now, I feel just give you a piece of paper. I feel just give you tissue paper where they take clean sheet where they not flush. I feel just give you made it go. Because right now, the people who win the book, I never know them. If you like, when you made the wrong person, I'll go back. We get our conversation for WhatsApp. Olava says, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. This Palestri is a better player than Anthony, but ETH would prefer that Ugbori. Now, Miss Paulina, so now me teaching how to use Ugbori. So sometimes when I use it, it always make me laugh. That Ugbori to Palestri. That's the thing with being an academy player, and I think football needs to change. Sometimes we go out there, we buy a player that we know we have a player in our academy, But because they bought them for big name, and that's why when people blame Pep Guardiola for letting Eto'o or later letting Zlatan go, I'll be like, you guys don't even see the thing that man did. He opened the way, because if these guys had been there, Messi will not play. Like the way he played, he will play, but he will not play like he will not have the dominance. Because one is his senior colleague, these are bosses for him. They will not bow down to him the way the other people will bow down to him. You know, it's like the 11 brothers of Joseph. There'll be problem. So he cleared the path for Messi to become that Messi that we all now appreciate. But hey, no, that's what makes him a bad guy. I think I'll play Palestri every day. But Anthony is his boy for Ajax. And you know that thing that I always say about the commission that comes back, okay, to coaches. You know, I shared something in the Elevated TV WhatsApp group about the NBA money, the rotation of the money. And when I saw it, okay, so I've read it somewhere before in one article, one ESPN article some time ago. It was just mentioned passively. You know how, sports is about media narrative. And that's what we've not mastered in this part of the world. That's why with the Jones, we need to make money. There's so much criminal activities going on, even in the Premier League. Yet nobody can convince me that the Premier League is not a crime scene. No, like, put a gun to my head under duress, I will still say the same thing, that no, I'm not changing my position. This league, this is a world-class crime scene that's going on every day. Money laundering, image laundering, fraud going on. But hey, let's leave it. Let's just enjoy the game. Let's just enjoy all the razzmatazz and all the balls. But you see, they've mastered it. That's why any league that needs to be successful, first of all, needs a very solid media. Why is the NPFL not good? We don't have media. We not get media for Nigeria. Did Goodluck Jonathan not go from a good guy to a bad guy because of media? Propaganda. Do you know who sponsored that media? Obama. The US. Because the man was drifting away from US foreign policy in Africa. And they want to put him in his place, right? That's a different conversation. But you see that thing that I always said, that he who controls information controls the balance of power. That's a fact. That's a statement of fact. It's not a joke. You have to understand that in its own context, that anybody that controls information, there's something I posted 3 years ago. I said that there are certain things you must control. If you don't control them, you will not have, resource in the world. Information is one of them. Pharmaceuticals is one of them. Hospitals, education, like that. You must control information. Remember when COVID came out? And I was one of those who was quick to say, yes, so people go die here, but not because COVID go kill them. Most of the people who go die will die because of fear. And the fear in them will not trigger sicknesses, minor sicknesses that have been in their body, and they'll start reacting like it is COVID. But at the end of the day, man would always prevail. Remember, I said that. And I said that COVID would eventually become like malaria, typhoid, and the rest of them, that people will have it and it will not mean anything. Do you know that people are still having COVID? Somebody used COVID to run 200 meters at the Olympics. The same COVID that one player can have in your team and they will suspend your match. That same COVID, what has changed? Nothing has changed. Pharmaceutical companies have made money. Information media have made money, gotten more clicks, more, so they've made enough. There is a cap. Once you make to this level, leave the sickness. Who want to die, make it die. Who want to survive, make it survive. And that's exactly what we are. COVID, nobody has come out to say they have contained COVID. COVID still do. They everywhere. But we still the touch, social distances don't stop. We hug each other, with the kiss, with the we do everything. When they go on, nobody is bothered anymore. It's information. Because they've tuned down on the rhetorics, the information, it's no longer front page. And as they tune down on the information, now so the sickness they died. Haven't you noticed that every time there is a major rise in certain information, your panic level against that thing goes up? The very minute that thing tunes down, let me give you another one. Kidnapping is still happening in Nigeria. Insecurity still exists in Nigeria. But the people who benefited from it, who's the vice president, who benefited from the rise of those information are now in power. Have you not noticed that the rhetorics around insecurity, kidnapping, bombing, and killing have not toned down? Nigerians are not traveling by road and everywhere again, and that panic level have dropped. You see how that's what I mean by with information, anybody can control you. And then these things that I'm saying that sound like, oh, if it's crazy, it's always a conspiracy theorist. But what I like you to do, I'm not going to sound like Peter Obi to say go and verify it. I'm not traveling to Egypt or Bangladesh or China. But I'm just going to say this to you, that there is a social experiment that was performed many years ago. And this was the social experiment. There's this woman who was always happy going to church. She was always happy. One of those, if you go to church, you know that there's always one sister who is careless. God is good all the time, always smiling, well dressed, looking beautiful, nice, kinky, and dandy. You can't touch her joy. Her joy comes from God. Is joy like a river that she has. And so they decide to do a social experiment that they can make this woman depressed in one day. So the church is one of those big churches where at the end of the street, you walk in from the junction. So they planted 10 people from the junction down to the church in strategic places. So as she alighted and she was walking in, somebody saw her at the junction and said, sister, let's just use Mary as the name. Said, Sister Mary, good morning. How you doing? Yeah, what happened? Sister Mary said, what do you mean what happened? You lost that spark, that radiant you, that brightness in you. So no, nothing. Everything is fine. The Lord is good. Okay, she moved 5 meters down the road. Another person that is planted. Sister Mary, how are you? Is everything okay? Are you all right? She was like, what you say? There's something off about you today. We always look forward to that happiness, that joy that you bring. You are our joy giver. So she's like, no, everything is fine. She still have her confidence, right? Now look at the manipulation. By the time she got to the third, fourth, fifth, the same question, she start. Have you ever done that where you start smelling yourself like, what's happening? Something. Is something wrong? We all do that, right? But don't do that one that Yakim Low do, that you put your hand inside your pants and no, don't do that. But hey, some people do it. Some people put hands inside and they put it inside their mouth self. Or some will do their nose like this and put it inside their mouth. But what I'm saying is, by the time she got to the 8th person, she was not sad. She had gone from very happy, radiant, bright person. It's the same person, the same outfit, the same personality, everything. Nothing has happened to her. Nothing has happened in her house, in her life. But the information she kept getting from people have not turned her ubiquitous joy state to depressing sadness. So she went into church, and again, somebody sitting next to her like, sister, are you okay? Is everything all right? I said, I'm not feeling fine. There's something I can't place it, but I'm not feeling fine. She has not accepted that she's not feeling fine. But she wasn't sick, right? So that's what information does to us. Sometimes it is not the sickness or the problem, it's the information. You go to the hospital, especially go to the hospital. You'll be very well, very healthy. They run a test for you. Peradventure, they swap the test. And they can say you have Scrophocyllis mollusis. Not the sickness name, not the disease. It doesn't exist. You say, what is that? Say it's a disease that attacks the vital organs of the human body. And it can kill you within 3 weeks. Do you know that you can actually die within 3 weeks? You understand? That's how powerful information is. I'm just trying to break it down because a lot of people always ask me, what do you mean by that? That's how information is. First off, Scrophocyllis malacis, or whatever I called now that I can't remember, does not exist. It's not a disease. You not even have the courage to even go to Google again to go and search for it. And you know the funny thing with Google, you might even search for it and see something. Google will not show you that one. It will not suggest you one disease that really resembles it. You can now say you have multiple sclerosis that attacks the organs, the human vital organs, and then you will die. You will go home and start preparing for your death. That's just the way it is with human body, with the human mind and the system, the whole system, because we are all, 70% water, right? And water takes information. That's why when people say, when I say don't speak bad about yourself, because your body will take that information, it doesn't know the difference, will take that information and begin to act it out. They say, oh yeah, you're being arrogant. No, I'm the best of my kind. It doesn't have anything to do with money. Whether I get money or I don't get money, this job I do, I better pass anybody with it. It's not a competition, but it's just a basic fact. Yeah, because I will not come out and tell you that Kobe Mino, for instance, is on the same breath with Zinedine Zidane. I will never do that. I will never come out and tell you that Eden Hazard is on the same level with Messi and Ronaldo at the crease, and then the crease. I will never come out and tell you, oh God, that Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best right fullback that has ever played the game. In the game that I watch, when I know that I watched Carlos Alberto Pereira, I watched Cafu, I watched Roberto Carlos, I watched Dani Alves, I watched all this one, even the Maicon. You say Trent Alexander-Arnold, that Ogbori is the best fullback in the world. I will never do that, right? Or Maldini them. I'll come and be saying those nonsense. Well, let's keep it going. Let's get past all those ones. But I'm just trying to use all of this to break down what information really mean. Okay. Demola Abedi say if Borja fit go for 30 million, why he go come hard for Arsenal to sell Eddie Nketiah for 30 million? The thing is, Arsenal is in a cap. Arsenal have never really sold players for big money, so nobody's rating Arsenal players at that price. You know, you could sell any other club player for heavy amount of money. I mean, that player will be say Man City buy for 14 million, they sell for 80 something million. Fizzy, he said, why do people have phobia for the like button? I don't know. Bukashari Repair says, I have a feeling that if Barca don't sign Nico Williams this summer, it would surely be on its way to Arsenal next summer. What about if he extends his contract at Athletic Bilbao? Nothing is sure, nothing is given, nothing is set in stone. So, because a top winger would surely be a priority for Arsenal next summer, hopefully. Other players could also come up the screen. Ekechi Chumi came out to say, please, bro, is Osimhen coming to Chelsea? I don't know. I mean, we at the beginning, unless you didn't join at the beginning, I talked about it, the possibility, the options. Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain and then Saudi Arabia are the three options that he's got, but it's up to his team and himself to decide. Like he said to everybody, he's a grown-ass man. Nobody should come and advise him. So I'm not in a position to advise Victor Osimhen. It's not my job. Olafat say, boss, you're speaking about competitiveness in the Argentine league. They play 54 games in a single league season. Does that mean that's the most competitive league? Every league is competitive in their own degree. The Nigerian league is competitive. The Ghana league, every league is competitive. You see that word competitiveness is in context. People say the Premier League is the most competitive league. I don't agree. The most there is a competitive league, but it's not the most competitive league, right? So every league is competitive in their own nation, in their own way. So you can't sit in one place and identify this league as the most competitive league. For as long as we're fighting for something and you're not going to agree, then there's competitiveness in that regard. Okay, I think you've read that one before. Bukashine Repair say Alexander Isak to Arsenal would be very surprising. That's not going to happen. Forget about it. Amzat Abiola Abdullah says no verse, boss. I mean Enzo Fernandez, Moise Caicedo, and Romeo Lavia. The problem with these three names that you've just mentioned, they are actually all the same player. They are 6. None of them is a 10. None of them is really an 8. Enzo Fernandez does look like he goes and comes, but it's caught in between a 6 and a 10, but not a proper 10, not a real ball distributor. So he could play as a second pivot, okay? The one that goes and comes. Caicedo is a destroyer. It's not a good passer of the ball. Romeo Lavia, who seemed to be like the lesser one, is also a defensive midfielder who can also carry the ball a bit. Okay, it's like Kovacic. Kovacic is the best press-resistant player in the world. But he's a poor ball passer. His distribution is 0. Used to remind me of Edgar Davids. There's nobody who destroys like Edgar Davids or Gattuso back in the day. But with Edgar Davids, there is a Clarence Seedorf next to him. So when he does all that, he's destroying Bulldog. I'll kill you. He passes to Clarence Seedorf. The same Clarence Seedorf again played with Gattuso. You know, Gattuso do all the destroying. He passes to either Clarence Seedorf or he passes to Andre Pello, who are the excellence in execution in terms of ball distribution. So what Chelsea really need, these three players are good. They don't have to start. Depending on the opposition, if I have an opposition that is sitting back, that does not really do the pressing, playing the low block, I will not need a Caicedo because, I mean, they're not coming to attack me that much. I will play Lavia and Enzo Fernandez and then look for one. That was why I you let Mount go last season. Now you're letting Gallagher go this season. That's why I wanted them to be there. Or probably go get a player that could be, above them in the Martin Odegaard position, in the Kevin De Bruyne position, that would help with the distribution, in the Bruno Fernandes position, that would help in doing the distribution, linking the midfield and the attack and making it easy for a smooth transition. That's what's lacking in Chelsea. These three players are players that are fighting for the same spot. Now, when players, I don't think as a coach I've ever gotten to the place where I have to say these two players are the mustard. No. That kills the team. People come to training and just throw back because forget no matter what you do now, this one's a good start. So you have to give the players they believe that first off you are fighting for your place, and every week is an opportunity for you to take that shot. The day I give you the jersey to play, you play well. But from the get-go, when I coach, I always tell my players, I say, listen, the most punctual, the most consistent player in training and everything would always start. I said, but there are days where you will come to training Monday to Friday and you will not play the weekend game because the strategy that I need to play against this team does not require your expertise. It requires another person's expertise, and that person might have trained twice a week, but his expertise is actually the key to unlock that team, and I'm going to use them. The thing with this is that I am upfront with you with information, so I'm not blindsiding you. I'm not taking you unawares. That out of nowhere, I just boom. So after training, after making all my cycle, this guy don't bribe coach. No. And for me, my team talk the day before the match or the morning of the match, depending on how we plan our team talk, is always key. I always make them know that, listen, this is who we are playing. I have watched them. This is what they have in their team. This is who they have in their team. This is how they play. And this is how I want to penetrate them. This is the lubricant I want to use. This is the condom I want to use. This is, how I want to break the hymen of their defense or their midfield. And so let me give you a good example. When I was coaching Jaramat, I have Arubi, who obviously didn't have football in him, and Effortibale have like one of the best defensive midfielder. He can play. He's a destroyer. He can find you with a pass anywhere. He's a Sondolise. He's a destroyer. He's a good ball carrier, and then but sometimes he does lose focus. He smokes weed. Okay, as a kid and till today. And Ruby is an educationist. Is Shakiri boy very focused on education, on all those things like that. So here we are sitting down looking at the matches. So I want to play against a team like Invisible Leopard that I know would give me the high press because they feel that they are superior. Coach Napo feels like he's the one that invented football. We were kids when Coach Napo. So me, the coach against Coach Napo, it's like one upcoming coach coaching against Capello. Like it just feels like. So me, I know the arrogance that I've beaten him with Bisalo before. So I know the arrogance that come with playing against whether Invisible Leopard or Flying Leopard. So what I just do is I just sit back and I say, you know what, Ibale, I need you for this game because one, I have Aaron Umukoro is fast, who will take on any defense and can hold up play alone. I have Odidi Joseph. I have Friday Movi on the left. I have Kevin Dedekumo. These guys are very fast. So knowing that Invisible Leopard are going to come on us, press us very hard. First things to do is to play effortably defensively. It doesn't mean that Arubi is not good, but this game is not his game because if I play Arubi is going to be turning around, be trying to do all these fancy things, collect the ball first, settle down like chairman, lay egg on, brood on it like the spirit of the Lord over the dark and the deep. No, effortably would see them coming, get the ball. As soon as he gets the ball, he puts the ball behind their defender, between their goalkeeper, in a place where those three, whether it's Odidi, whether it's Kevin or Aaron Umukoro gets the ball, the rest, as I say, is meet me at the center. So understand that from a coaching perspective. That's how it works. So it doesn't mean that the other guys are not good. They are fantastic, but that's the way it works. Olafat says that new managers are now being ruthless in their squad selection. We've seen with Arteta, ETH, Mota. Do you think Arne Slot should do the same? Because it's looking like some of his players will leave. He's already ruthless. What he did at halftime by removing that defender is already, that's what being ruthless is all about. So we talked about it on the Views from the Stand show. You can go watch it and see it. So he's already been ruthless. But it's not now being ruthless. Coaches have been ruthless since forever. I mean, as a matter of fact, I think that coaches are becoming even softer. Coaches have been ruthless. People used to fear coach. I mean, this is what I learned from football. You are told from the very beginning that a coaching is not a democracy. It's an authoritarian, totalitarian theocracy. right, is a god. When he speaks, you listen, you have no opinion in that dressing room. That's the way coaching is all about. That's why a coach can hold your shirt like this, drag you close, and tell you off. Then, because we're not doing Amazon Prime, say, Kevin Vincent Company, that thing I saying is not good. As like, I use people when I listen to some analysts, I just laugh like this one can't tell me say they be football analysts, right? You don't know nothing. If you know what they have for dressing room, I interviewed Shea Love one time, and he talked something about Mick McCarthy. That in 15 minutes, it will tell you a million F word in the dressing room. Everything is F this, F that, F that, F that, F that. You can't record it and play it anywhere from their dressing room. That's bad. But in a football, now so it be at any level. When we play street football, you see coach, your papa. This thing is your papa Toto. Your coach is nine teachers. Your mama left eye. These are things that come with coaching. Is it bad? No, I don't think it's bad. It's part of the game. Maybe everything will change. This is football. You understand? It's war. It's like saying, hey, I want to be a doctor, but I don't like blood, and I want to be a surgeon. Your papa left here. What can be? So coaches have not become ruthless. It's always been like that. Managers have not become ruthless. Olafa says, speaking about information, I'm just laughing because on Twitter, it's who have the information, like you said, drives the narrative, and it becomes top trend. Absolutely. Olafa says, boss, just imagine Russia said in 2 days they will send a nuclear bomb to Nigeria. Some people would have even died before it arrived. Absolutely. You're right. You know, remember those days where armed robbers, I don't know if it happened for Lagos, but growing up in Warri, armed robbers go right later to streets. Say, we they come, oh. You could just wake up, I didn't ever know they post those things, but you just wake up, you just see the later, then be there for like many doors. They'll tell you, say, will they come? Even the compound where they not drop the letter, people go back. People don't they track, they go in Manager, they don't they go do road. They don't come off for Warri. Whether I'm robber not go come. Because back then, when I was growing up, robbery does not just go with robbery. They can shoot you, they can cut you, which is normal. That is okay. After all, the thief comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. You know the one where they bad? They go rape your wife, rape your daughter if you find, you know how nights they be now. People they sleep, some go wear pants, some don't go wear bra back in it. Not be nowadays now, every day they need to wear pants and bra again. But growing up, you know all those houses where we say girl like 6 girls, only 1 boy, they'll just the arm rubber come, they'll rape everybody now. So all of those things, they read down. Now where the talk of to be for one is to be for harm come now. Men call the back cutlass. Even men will not be Isoko people. Normally cutlass na Isoko thing, Isoko Tolopia. Is your men no, Shakiri men no. In Delta State, if you grow up in Warri, you know say for back of on a door. 3 things 90 day. Umbrella or 4. Umbrella, rain boot, cutlass, and broom. Those are the 4 things where they did back of on a door. Somewhere. If you grow up in Warri, like in the hood where I grow like generator, ERI, Isliad. That's the normal. If those things don't back off another, sometimes cutlass they be like 4. Papa they come back for travel or for work, mountain, go buy sharp cutlass. So now go they happy. Man, my papa cutlass is sharp as on our own. Like these are things we brag about growing up, But times have changed, So Demola Abedi Bright say for Rice to come out and say Harvard is their go-to guy is a real confidence boost for Kai, and the stats even back him up when playing as a striker. The other one you say my shocker transfer would be if Arsenal buys a striker before the close of the window. Forget it, electric no day for Arsenal, they're not gonna shock you. Final one, Mario Nathaniel say it happened in Lagos during the COVID-19 where this set of robbers called 1 million boys would send good. That's exactly my point. Well, thank you very much, guys, for being on the show today. I know we talk about sports, but sometimes we just need to veer off all these social issues and things that shapes our mind. Olafa say, yes, boss. I remember that was especially after that Koro election in Lagos. That's what brought the building of street gates in Lagos. Olafa says, sir, if eventually Pep and his team conspire not to win the league this season, do you think Pep will stay beyond this season? I think if he doesn't win the league, he will want to win it again. That's one. They're already begging him. They've begged him the whole of last year. Now they've given him ultimatum to make up his mind before December so that he can start planning for the next best person that can take over. Okay, so I think that somewhere along the line, Pep is looking at 2 things. Is there a possibility that this club will be relegated? I'm not going to go coach in the lower league. I want to make myself available. What is the next available job? The next best job that is available for him to go take over from, unfortunately, his former teammates, his former Olympic gold medalist that they both won Olympic together in 1992 in Barcelona. A lot of people don't know that, but Pep Guardiola won Olympic gold in football. Let's just put that one out now. Luis Enrique is the coach of Paris Saint-Germain. I don't think he will want to unseat him, but if that job becomes vacant, so Pep Guardiola is also playing the chess game, playing the mind games with Man City. It's looking, if this 115 charge happens and they get relegated, I don't want to go with them. All right. I don't want to do it Didier Deschamps and Juventus. Okay. So he's going to say to himself, Paris Saint-Germain is a next destination. I've won the German Bundesliga, I've won the Spanish league, I've turned the English league to the Farmers League. I can go to the real Farmers League now and do my thing, and then probably end in Italy. Let's not forget that I was in Italy in Italy where he ended his playing career, Brescia, right? Roberto Baggio's club too. So he might also decide, let me wind it down in Italy before I go become football director at Barcelona or anywhere. Many things can happen in the future. You never can predict the future. You can plan for it, but you can't predict it. So I think that if it's looking likely that they are going to get banned, but I know that the way it will play out, you get to match before we know the result, the outcome of that inquiry, and then Man City will now carry an appeal. They will now go to CAS. You remember when UEFA also, did the inquiry and banned them, and then they went to CAS, and then the ban was overturned. They were fined money, but the 2 seasons elimination from European competition didn't hold because they overturned it. So Man City might also do that, but let's keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes at the end of the day. Amzat Abdullah says, if eventually, okay, I think that's the one I read. Abdullah say it happened for Lagos when with the group, people gas from vigilante group from street to street. I remember my late dad was the head of, you see this word, who goes there? Now, out of this thing I come from. Now, when robbers, they raid, we call, like we in a civil defense, we can't call her civil defense, can't call her vigilante. Now, vigilante, they call her, but civil defense, we call her. Every night, there's a roster. Every family gets who they come out. My stepdad works very early, goes to work very early. So now me, they come out. Imagine as young as I was then, and then you'll be out listening to old men give gist about babe, about work. You are just one small boy who's going to secondary school. And then everybody carry cutlass, torchlight. My job is to gather the tire. So during the day, we're gathering tire like 4 spots. Oakland Street is not that long. So like 4 spots, okay? So you put fire for Jimmy Junction there. The arc, the turning point, you put one fire there. Billy Boji house, you put fire there for the road. And then the end copper, because people vision fence from the other side, you put another tire there. And we keep burning it sometimes. We're polluting the air anyway, but it no matter. For as long as we keep our wives, our mothers, our sisters and brothers safe, that was what it was. I was an adult when I was a kid anyway, so it has always been like that. Well, that's how we'll come to the end of the show today. Thank you very much for being part of the show. If you did not subscribe to the channel and you've not subscribed before, what will really do you? All these things that you enjoyed on the show is not convincing you enough to subscribe to the channel. And those of you who did not click the like button now, what did you really gain? Like, what did the Holy Spirit speak to you and say, do I make it pepper this boy? No, click on the like button. Or what I really do you? We invest you so we say you don't just click like we don't just say one day more just say the like don't reach 50 or it don't pass 50. What's happening? And they watch other people live, then they get 1,000 like. What you really they do now? Okay, any Asha, whatever. Let me be grateful for those that I have, those who click the like button, those who supported. God bless you and have for yourself a wonderful day. My name is Edafi Matthew. So you love to comment the logo on the spot. Let's do this again tomorrow, which is the Thursday edition. Bye bye and have for yourself a wonderful, wonderful day.